Let's talk about something that drives a lot of us crazy. It's this thing I call the hard work paradox.
I mean, does this sound familiar to you? You're putting in the hours, you're grinding away, right? But you look at your bank account, and it just doesn't seem to reflect that effort. You're working so hard, but you still feel, well, poor. What is going on there?
Yeah, it's a super frustrating feeling, for sure. But the reason for it? It might actually be simpler than you think. And you know what? The best way to really get our heads around this is with a simple story.
So our story is about two people. We'll call them Alex and Ben. Now, they both start out in pretty much the same place, but the choices they make, especially about work and money, end up taking them down two completely different roads.
Okay, so first up, let's meet Alex. Now, Alex is the textbook definition of a hard worker. I mean, we're talking 12-hour days, every single day. Waking up early, working nonstop, you know the drill. He's doing literally everything we've been told leads to success. He is absolutely dedicated.
And then there's Ben. Now, Ben works hard too, don't get me wrong, but he's clocking in maybe 6 or 7 hours a day. Way less than Alex, right? But here's the kicker, and you're going to see this in a second. The real difference between them isn't the hours they work. It's what they do with the money they earn in those hours.
And this right here is where their paths completely split. Alex, he spends most of what he earns on just daily life, bills, food, the usual. He saves a little bit, but that's about it. Ben, on the other hand, does something different. He takes a chunk of his income and invests it. He puts it into things that have the potential to grow. This one single choice, it's the fork in the road. It changes everything.
Okay, so you can imagine this playing out day after day, week after week. But what happens when you fast forward a few years? What do all those small daily choices add up to? Well, let's jump ahead and find out.
And wow, what a difference. A few years down the line, Alex is, well, he's still on that same hamster wheel. He's working just as hard every single day. And his income, it's completely chained to his time. If he takes a day off, he doesn't earn. But Ben, his story is totally different. Those investments he made, they've started to grow, all by themselves. His money is now working for him. It's literally making more money while he's sleeping. Think about that.
So what's the big lesson in their stories? It's not about being lazy or not working hard, not at all. It's about understanding this huge, crucial difference between what we call active income and actually building wealth. Let's really dig into what that means.
Alex's path, that's a perfect picture of active income. It's a really simple exchange, right? You trade your time for money. That's your salary, your hourly wage, maybe some freelance work you do. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The second you stop working, boom, the money stops too.
And this really brings us to a super powerful idea. Hard work is important, but it is not enough. Just let that sit for a second. We're not saying hard work doesn't matter. Of course it does. But we have to understand that on its own, it has limits.
So here it is, the key takeaway. Think of it like this. Hard work is what gets you the money to start. It's your ticket into the game. But building actual wealth, the kind of wealth Ben is building, whereas money is doing the heavy lifting, that comes from making smart moves with the money you already have.
Okay, so we get it. We see the difference. But the big question is, how do you actually do it? How do you make that jump from being an Alex to being a Ben? How do you shift from just earning to actually building real wealth?
It all boils down to a pretty simple two-step shift in how you think. First, you gotta stop seeing your paycheck as the finish line. Nope, it's the starting line. And the second step, this is the real game changer. You have to learn how to grow it. You have to shift your identity from just being a worker to also being an owner. And that right there, that's the secret sauce. It's the core principle that wealthy people truly understand. Yeah, a lot of them work incredibly hard, but, and this is the crucial part, they don't just stop there. They immediately put that money to work. They create systems, they buy assets, things that will generate more income for them, totally separate from the hours they put in. So I want to leave you with this final, really important question. Think about it. If your money isn't out there working for you 24/7, then who is? Well, you are. And you'll have to keep doing it forever. So you really have to ask yourself, are you working for your money, or have you started making your money work for you?